Shalom. I'm gonna give all praises, glory, honor, and power that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rachak Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who roll well who I learned this truth from. And salutations to you, brothers, stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking both your lives and freedoms to do so. And shalom to the rest of the elect. All right, as we await this second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This is your brother Chagabar. All right, and this lesson will be entitled, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets." Okay. All right. And what you see in front of you, man, is an article going into what? Further store chain closures. Okay. Further store chain closures, man. And we've been having hundreds, if not thousands of these closures this year alone. Okay. This year alone, man. Like I said in a previous lesson, man, hey, we know since the pandemic, since 3 years ago, things on the outside seemed that they was getting back normal. People thought things were, gotten back to normal just because you could take a flight and you could travel and it's summer and all those different things, man. But if you've actually been peeking inside, you see all of these businesses are underperforming. Okay, all of these businesses are underperforming, man. Matter of fact, you just had that major. It's amongst the top, because I believe I looked it up. It's like either top 10 or top 15. One of those major trucking companies that went bankrupt and laid off tens of thousands of employees, man. You see, Yellow, the Yellow Trucking Company. You see, they went bankrupt, and the thing about it is, I believe they received a $700 million fund from the government, back during the pandemic. But hey, they couldn't keep them doors open, man. We know that ultimately, these elites and CEOs, all right, have been bugging out. They've been going into their bunkers and setting themselves up for this coming purge like times on the earth. You see, and so they closing shop and laying people off and, getting ready, man. But this article, it says huge shoe store chain shutting down 400 locations, man. All right. It says 2023 has been a slew of store closings. It says some like Bed Bath & Beyond, Tuesday Morning, and Christmas tree shops are stuttering amid bankruptcy. You see, while others like Walgreens, Pizza Hut, and Sears are shutting down many locations as a cost-saving measure, and they're not alone. You see, so you got all of these companies, man, in America, worldwide, but we dealing with America, that are not able to keep the doors open. All right. And if they're not able to keep the doors open, keep the lights on, then they're sure as hell not able to pay their employees, man. You see, so that's why this is going to be this is why it's going to be a tribulation, a great tribulation, man, because if the cost of everything is still going up, yet people are getting laid off and not, getting a check. What do you think that's going to do, man? What do you think that's going to do to the economy? What do you think that's going to do to society? Right? Yeah, it's going to cause a complete shutdown, man. You see, and that's what's happening. It says Foot Locker plans to close 400 locations as well because they are underperforming, man. And this has been the theme is what? Underperformance. You see, a lot of retail stores, your Targets, right? Your different retail stores and things, even Walmart, have been shutting down stores. Why? Because people are not able to afford buying, wants and unnecessary things, man. You see, this is Ecclesiastes 12, and I'm gonna jump to the point. It says, verse 4, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets." What is this guy doing in the picture, man? Closing up shop. You see, we seen a glimpse of that during the pandemic, right? When the curfews, the stores was shutting a lot earlier, right, etc. Hey, that pandemic, which we know it was by design, it has crippled, all right, and put many of these stores out of business for good. You see, and tell me how 3 years later, and they're still not able to to get back up and running from that pandemic, man. You see? But yeah, it says, and the door should be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay? The grinders are the workers. You see? The grinders are the workers, man. So going into this time of what? An unprecedented labor shortage. You see, it ain't never been this bad, man. Because if the stores close, obviously what? Thousands of people are being put out of jobs. All right? You see? And depending on unemployment and checks from the government, that's gonna come to an end, man. You see, because the government, they want to collapse the economy. See, that we've avoided what was it, two shutdowns, right, over the last few years, right? I believe it was 2 shutdowns. It may have been 3, but I know it was 2 for sure. You see, getting this close to government shutdowns and defaulting on debt, but these devils are waiting till a certain event, man. All right, but all in all, man, they look, they're cutting back on different governmental aid, man. You seen that with SNAP, EBT, how they took the surplus of those things away. You see, so it's all coming full circle, man. And if you depend on the government, all right, you're going to have to take their central bank digital currency, Karagma, man. You're going to have to. That's the only way you're going to be able to make ends meet and pay your bills and things like that, man. That's the point we're coming to. You see, that's what we coming to, man. It says when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, so when you ain't got workers, the business is shut down, or when the business is shut down, the workers get laid off. You see. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, and the voice of the bird, hey, because people, you wake up early. Some people, you got the 9 to 5. Some people get up earlier, right? But hey, going into ultimately how this 9 to 5, man, is coming to an end. It's coming to an end, man. You see, it says, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So going into, your musicians, right? Your musicians, your rappers, which we've been seeing this a lot over the years. And Most High's been killing these rappers, man. But even your celebrities, right? When you look, Jamie Foxx, right? LeBron's son, right? It's also because if they don't got, if the people don't have money to go to these concerts and these events and things like that, to the basketball games and shit like that. If people don't got money to go to them things, then how do you think that's going to affect those celebrities, man? Yeah, it's going to hurt their pockets. So we've been seeing this, right? So it's going to be a complete shutdown, man. You see, it says the footwear chain also owns Champs Sports, and that brand will be the first to be hit with 125 locations closing this year. It says then by 2026, 275 Foot Lockers across the country will shutter. And again, they put this date on there, 2026, like they fully expect that we'll still be teeter-tottering until that point, man. We're Lord willing, we're this collapse is way before that shit. You see, because we know their 2030 agenda, man. But I believe through the spirit that things are going to come full circle way before 2030. All right. But, that's just me speaking as a man. But again, these devils put dates on it. As scriptures say, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So though they know that their time is up, they're not going to admit that. They're not going to come out and say that. That doomsday clock is the closest it's ever been to midnight. I believe they moved it like 10 seconds. They only moved it like 10 seconds or so. But at the end of the day, they're not gonna due to their pride, man. They're not gonna pretty much announce their downfall. You see, the end of their rulership. You see, so they're gonna put these dates on these things, okay? But at the end of the day, it says in a call to analysts, company executives called the decision a reset. Since their total sales forecast for this year is lower than last year. So, look, the global reset. All right. it's probably, that's probably pretty much the point though, says as for which stores will be closing, that isn't known yet. But 200 of them will be in smaller regional malls and 200 will be in larger but lower performing malls, which all these malls are now performing at a lot lower rate than they were. You see, that's everything, man. Okay. So these are the types of times you need to get ready for on the earth, a time of a complete shutdown of society, man. Okay. And if you were to look up, all the various stores and company closures since 2020, right? Really, even just since this year, okay, you'd be shocked. You see, you would be shocked, man, because they're not able to keep these doors open, right? Okay, and I like going through the comments sometime. This person said Biden's economic plans are working as planned. High inflation, store closures, insane gas prices, expensive groceries. It says he is a failure of epic proportions, which these people don't realize that Biden is just a puppet, man. There are those behind Biden, man, that are pulling them strings. Why are they causing this society to shut down? Why are they causing the economy to collapse? Because they're bringing a reset. They're bringing in a new system, man. And with gas prices, them things are going to keep going up, man. Okay? There's going to probably likely be further cuts from OPEC. You're seeing that, those countries are aligned with BRICS. When you deal with those major oil companies, okay, a lot of them are aligned with Russia. You see, you also got it to where Russia is supplying oil to Europe. I believe they're like their main supplier, and I could be wrong on that. But if Russia was to just cut off supplying oil to Europe, hey, that would hurl the entirety of Europe in a fucking blackouts, man. You see, and dealing with them blackouts and things, we know that all these various things are coming on the planet Earth, man. So these are the times where you need to get ready for it. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kadash. Double honors to the elders of a great millstone. All right, DTA Baba Ball, Shalom.